Hello kittens, I have installed Debian recently. It has been very stressful. I thought it would be easy because every other Debian based distro that I've tried was pretty user friendly, but it turns out that Debian itself is very difficult to use. And I think you'd have a harder time using the stable version for some strange reason. So I'm using Debian Sid, which I like because that way I can have the latest kernel very easily and I can have the latest packages. And the reason why I didn't start by going for the rolling release is because I thought it would be like a burden to update it all the time, but it's actually not that bad. I kind of went through stuff like that with Ubuntu. You just press update and it's updated. It asked me whether I wanted it to update automatically or if it wanted me to update myself. I told it to update when I want it to update. The reason for that is if I'm on some project or stream, I don't want an update to mess things up. It might automatically reboot if it does that, which would not be good. So I told it to update when I tell it to, so that it doesn't reboot when I don't want it to. The reason why I decided to use Debian is because of the lesbian meme. There's a meme that Debian is the lesbian distro because it rhymes with lesbian. And also, just to prove that Debian can game, because people tend to not think that Debian can game because of some older packages, but that's not really a problem if you get Debian Sid. If you get Debian Sid, then it would at least be possible to game. You just gotta have the know-how to set it up. But I do not recommend Debian at all unless you are dedicated to the meme like I am. If you want a good gaming distro, just get Chimera OS. So let me show you the first problem I had. So I'm gonna go to the Debian website. And you see this big ass button that says download. And you can see it says netinst, which is short for net install. Unless you're using an Ethernet, that is not going to work. You want the DVD installation. So you go to other downloads. Here are the different net install ISOs. But down here is the DVD ISOs, and those would be much better to use. So for me, I selected 64-bit because I have a 64-bit CPU, and just hit save, and you should get the right ISO for your computer. I was not able to use NetInstall because I do not use Ethernet. I use a USB, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth adapter, and the NetInstall wasn't recognizing it. Another thing is there was a bunch of stuff that I had to fiddle with once Debian was installed. I had to transcribe by typing up what some YouTubers set up in GNU Nano, which is a terminal application. Once I got that set up, I had Debian sit, and that fixed a lot of problems, but there were still way more to be fiddled with. I was yelling and cussing at my computer trying to install OBS. I got Brave installed pretty easily once I got Debian SID installed. I installed Flatpak, which came in handy big time for all of my emulators. I was able to, it wasn't working at first, but I was able to get the regular installation of OBS from the OBS website. The problem with that once I got that installed was screen capture wasn't working. I found out that it was because I was using the Pipewire version. So if you get problems like video capture isn't working or screen capture isn't working, if it is Pipewire, that's the reason. Now, as you can see, there's some interesting stuff going on here on Brave. I got something, a common extension called tab gender redirect, and what that does is it funds some organizations to fight transphobic legislation, and there might be other stuff it does as well. If you go down here, it shows some information. Go to our profits, our partners, and it shows all of the nonprofits that they support. American Civil Liberties Union Foundation, Gender Justice League, GLAAD, National Center for Transgender Equality, PFLAG, Sylvia Rivera Law Project, Trans Lifeline, Transgender Law Center, and the Trevor Project. That's probably the most well-known nonprofit supporting LGBT people, because a lot of LGBT YouTubers have been talking about it. The Trevor Project is like the main suicide prevention hotline for LGBT people. I'm gonna go to manage extensions to show you the other ones. I can remove that because I don't need that anymore. Custom cursor for Chrome, email privacy protector, which I guess shows you if your email is being tracked. Free VPN and ad blocker, Planet VPN, that's what it's called. Gender fair, which tells you a rating based on gender equality for each website. Honey, which is for savings. I'm sure everybody knows of what Honey at this point. Mr. Beast has been supporting the capital of that company. Pixel block, which blocks people from tracking you on Gmail. I still have Gmail, but I'm trying to move everything over to Skiff. Plasma integration, privacy badger, privacy watch, return YouTube dislike, tab gender redirect, and YouTube Shorts block that. That just makes YouTube Shorts appear as a regular video, which is very helpful when you're on desktop and for when you don't want to get stuck in a loop just scrolling and scrolling. It gets annoying when you get too invested into YouTube Shorts. Anyways, so I mentioned earlier that there's a meme that this is the lesbian distro. So I got some wallpapers. There's this one. This one. This one, this is my favorite. Because it's a dark mode wallpaper. All the other ones have the white background. I could probably fix that. This one. This one. And finally, this one. That's a really cute one. But I just keep my main screen on a regular Debian wallpaper because I still live. Fuck. I just keep my main screen on a regular Debian wallpaper because I still live with my parents and they're bigots. There's still some stuff that I'm still trying to fiddle with and get working. Like, Wine isn't working directly. The good thing is that I was able to download the latest version of Wine, but for whatever reason, it's not working like it should. And I might run into other problems along the way, but all the things that I need to work. I'm gonna show you my other screen, which is where I keep my OBS stuff. So this is my other screen, and it's smaller because it's at a lower resolution than my primary screen. I'm not gonna resize it because that's just gonna mess it up when I switch back over to my main screen. There's all these widgets which tell me exactly how heavily my hardware is being worked. Right now, the temperature is hanging around 50 degrees Celsius, which isn't ideal because that's just 20 away from the upper safe limit. The upper safe limit being 70 degrees Celsius, and the melting point of a CPU, from what I've read, is somewhere in between 80 degrees Celsius and 90 degrees Celsius. When I went to, I had a weather widget, which I am going to configure later. The reason why I don't have it now is because it takes a little while to get configured because it works on coordinates instead of just using your city. You can see the application launches text, whereas on my main screen it's the Debian logo. But anyways, my voice is very worn out, and I think I covered everything that needs to be covered. If I run into any other problems, I guess I'll let y'all know. If I, for whatever reason, decide to give up on Debian, I will also let you know on that. But thanks for watching, and bye-bye.